What is up? Sean Thinks here on BenjiManTV's channel with an inspirational talk on pursuing your dreams. And I'm here with BenjiManTV himself and Michael Gebben, aka Gebs. How's it going, guys?
Super excited to be here.
Yeah, we just need some coffee to keep up with you, Sean.
Oh, come on, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes, I've already had 3 cups of coffee, so it's good because there's 3 of us in the car, so we're ready to rock. Further up. Hey, we're talking about pursuing your dreams, and for those people who have a dream, of course they've got something they want to achieve, and both of you have done some incredible things in different arenas. Benji, you've done stuff in real estate, of course working with It's Judy Time, your own channel, BenjiManTV, doing food and all kinds of creative projects. And then Michael, you've got this awesome kind of career with video, and you've worked with a lot of cool people in that space, and now you're doing a ton of inspirational stuff, launching YouTube channel, podcast, all kinds of things. And so you guys have pursued your dreams and you've achieved, you know, some cool things doing that. What, first off, is your #1 tip for someone that wants to launch a YouTube channel, launch a blog, start their business, start that creative project? What's your #1 tip for that?
You want to take it first?
I'll start it off. Okay. So, you know, it always sounds cliche, and I found a lot of cliches to be truth. There's truth in cliches, but ultimately you do have to just start. And I know people say it, but what you really need to think about, it's not just starting, but realizing that the only time, like, you got to shift your mindset from, you know, you're going to have failures, you're going to have mistakes, like we all do. Like, all 3 of us in this car have, I guarantee you, had some massive things that, you know, we were maybe proud of at times, but ultimately it makes us who we are, and we learn more from the mistakes we made. But what ultimately you've got to think about, shifting your mindset from the only time you're truly failing or making mistakes is when you're just not trying. So if you just start and you have those baby steps, just little bitty things, you'll be so much further ahead if you just start. And really, I like to kind of fail fast, if you will, because for me, sometimes instead of spending months and months and months thinking about something to then potentially do it, or some of us never do, when you do it, you might go, that really just wasn't for me. And so that just starting is so vitally important. And, you know, I'll let you go a little bit, but I can go on and on because I know I don't want to eat everything that you've got there. But
piggybacking on what you're saying, because I agree, that's the first thing. You just have to do it, right? You just got to do it. I like, there's a saying that I always try to follow, or, you know, have other people follow, is don't look for excuses, find solutions. Okay, so say you have a full-time job and it's like, oh, it's almost impossible. You have to find the time to do it, even if it's only for an hour a day. Okay, I guarantee you probably have 30 minutes a day where you're on Facebook, you're on TV. You have to utilize that 30 minutes 5 times a week. Trust me, you can actually start a pretty good business if you did that every single day for a whole year, and then you might not actually find yourself working your full-time job. So, you know, find solutions to your unique situation. Don't look for the excuses of why you can't do it. That would be my suggestion. So, you know, you just gotta do it.
So I love it, Michael, you mentioned, you know, we've all experienced setbacks and discouragement. Yes. And I know for me, as I've pursued to launch endeavors and do things, there'll be times when I think for creatives and those that are entrepreneurs that want to launch stuff, it's like emotional roller coaster at times where you kind of want to give up, or you're self-doubting, like, I shouldn't, you know, I shot the video, I didn't want to put it out there, you're critical of it. What are your guys' tips for overcoming kind of like fear, discouragement, and setbacks?
I'll start. I mean, I was just talking to you guys about how some of my YouTube videos, certain ones I've put up that I'm like, oh man, I'm just not really pumped about this one. But what I found is, like, sometimes, you know, our expectations of ourselves are like 1,000-fold over what our audience, what other people, you know, really think. So even me with my video production, I'd found that, you know, there was times where we had a video done and the average creative wants to go spend that extra 5 hours with these things they think are wrong with it. But if you just get it in front of people, you'll find out that what you thought was wrong with it, other people don't even think that. And so, you know, for me, that emotional roller coaster, I mean, as an entrepreneur, I can say that, you know, I had a job once when I was, I haven't really worked for anybody else since I was 19, but that place I did work for, you know, I had to ask them to even go pick up my brother from school. I had to ask all this permission all the time. And now I don't have to ask anybody permission but myself to do things. And so whenever I have those setbacks, I just remember that my family is so important, and the time that I now get to spend with them, my girlfriend, just people closest to me, it's all worth it, as opposed to being at the mercy of someone else, you know, having control of your life and your destiny.
I just have to turn some air on.
We're getting a little hot in here. It's like, I'm good. This is intense.
I know, I was thinking that too. I was like, man, it's like hot yoga though, kind of.
That's right.
It's like,
we're gonna lose some weight here this morning too. So, but yeah, I mean, so that's the thing is, it's just, you know, things are going to happen, but you know, when you have that control over your life, it's so much more worth it. And so, but I also have learned to just, you have to let these things happen. Like, I cry, I let these things out. When you hold things in, there's a video on my thing about dealing with some of the stuff. You've got to just let it happen. Don't bottle things in. When I bottled things in my life, that was the worst time in my life. I didn't tell anybody. I was depressed and different things, and you have to get it out and talk to others about it, or else it'll eat you up.
Yeah, and it's just another piece of advice on just starting a business or pursuing your dreams in general, is find other people that have done what you want to do, okay, or know how to do it, okay. The reason I say is because, especially with this question we're answering about how to overcome setbacks or challenges, they're gonna tell you, oh, that's totally normal, okay. They're gonna get your perception on the right track so that you don't feel like this is an end-all be-all if you fail once or twice. And they'll also tell you how to avoid those things too. So one of the things I value is the mentors I have in my life, and I learned from them the mistakes they made, so I never do those. So then you actually have less challenges. I will say, if you can have less challenges or failures or setbacks, you will actually succeed much quicker, which is obvious, but a lot of people don't think of it. You know, they don't think the value of other people's experiences and wisdom.
You can expedite growth.
Totally.
100-fold over trying to figure it all out on your own. So absolutely.
Very good. Well, Benji, what's happening?
What's happening? I don't know what is happening. We're getting kind of sweaty, and it's like fogging up the windows. People are gonna start getting ideas.
I breathe really heavy.
No, what's happening? You know, I just wanted to do a video here with Michael Gebbin, a very motivational person. In fact, you know, like, I keep myself motivated even with no one around, but I just recently hung out with him for the last few days, obviously, and met him a few weeks ago. And I think that's another part of pursuing your dreams. Team up with other people that are also motivated. You know, Sean and I, you guys probably don't know, we actually work together on a lot of stuff that Judy does. And, you know, to have somebody that you can partner up with and talk with and kind of keep each other interested and motivated is so valuable for pursuing any kind of dream. So that's what's going on right now.
I gotta add it. I get these things. I hear things like, one thing that's been big for me is doing my best to remove toxic people in my life. Yeah. Because there's going to be, I'll be honest, I mean, if you start to pursue your own thing, YouTube channels, blogs, writing your own book, whatever it is that's not your normal, if you will have a lot of people who in the beginning, most likely, will not believe in you, will not support you. And I hate to be a Debbie Downer in that, but it's also about setting expectations, I think, in your mind, to not think that everybody you start telling your idea to is going to be like, oh my God, that's the greatest idea on the planet. But when you can accept that, and for me, I use it as fire.
Oh, totally.
Because now, like, believe me, everybody jumps on the bandwagon once things happen.
Arnold Schwarzenegger says this thing, I don't know if it word for word, but he says, when other people say it's impossible or it can't be done or it's never been done, he gets excited, because if he's the first one that does it, good things will come from it. In fact, with what you're saying, if there aren't a lot of people actually telling you, this is a little bit risky, or this is, not a good idea, you should actually think about maybe stepping up your goal, because that's the thing. Most people aren't willing to go the distance and make things happen. So I totally agree with you. But that whole toxic people thing is also something you have to make a choice about,
It's a difficult time. I want to say that because some people say things and just, remove toxic people. Like, yeah, that's an easy thing. Like, I probably spent a good year of my life where I had people that were just around me and just kind of bringing me down. And once I got that out and surrounded myself with just amazing people, and it takes time. It's not a overnight process, just like there's no overnight success. But ultimately, when you do that, oh my gosh, and you talk to people about things, you find those trusted people, the weight that's lifted off your shoulders, like I can't feel it now, but I can think about when I had those, just, you feel disgusting, like it's so tight. And when you remove that, a lot of amazing things can happen. I don't know for you guys, but when you've gotten the negative out and you're able to focus on the positive, man, you can move so much quicker, and it's amazing. So it's not an easy road, but would you rather spend your time being miserable every day? Maybe just not awful, but some people will postpone what it can be extreme happiness by just having this kind of all the time, because starting your own thing can be really hard in the very beginning, but when you get past that little hurdle, which a lot don't, but if you do, man, I mean, it's just, it's all worth it. Like, I mean, these kind of, even just this car, this crazy thing in the car right now, like, this has been an awesome car ride, you know, and it would have never been possible if I had to show up to what's right behind us over here, Jack in the Box or something, and work for 8 hours a day for $8 an hour, you know, so.
Yep. All right, so final parting question is, we're talking about pursuing your dreams. What's like your one last piece of advice or a nugget to just help people that want to do that, pursue their dreams, and launch something?
So for me, something that I've lived by that's allowed me to be able to have the opportunity to work with some of the most incredible people on the planet and travel some amazing locations has been that the worst thing that's going to happen is you get a no, but you get a no when you don't ask. But at least when you ask, or at least when you try, you have the opportunity for something good to happen. Will it happen? I don't know.
I love that.
But if you don't try, you can doggone guarantee that nothing good will happen. Like, the negative thing that's in your mind already is coming true by not trying. So at least when you try, if you take it from that aspect, and then give without expectation. Don't ever have expectations when you help others or give to others, and just serve, and awesome things will happen.
Yeah. So my little nugget would be read books, okay? It's a great way to actually connect with people without actually physically doing it. And if you don't like reading, there's this thing called audiobooks, okay? So that's actually how I started my road to my life successes. So again, make sure you check out Michael Gebbin. Okay, his YouTube channel's amazing. I get motivated from his stuff. Check out Sean Thanks, Sean, for interviewing us. And
thanks, buddy.
My pleasure.
It was good to hang out with you guys. And you know what? This is BenjiManTV, another segment of Coffee Monday. Coffee Monday. Comment below on more topics you want to see us talk about, and we'll talk to you later.
See you guys.
I think Sean's had a lot of coffee, and I haven't yet. So
I had food, water, coffee, smoothies. I haven't had nothing, man, since last night.